Welcome to Arlington's Tech Musings. I hope you're having a good day or night, whatever part of the world you're in. And today, I just want to tell you about a feature that I happened to come across while using my Android phone. Well, if you're an Apple user, unsubscribe now. I'm just kidding. I need all the subscribers I can get. Please like and subscribe. But yeah, stick around. Let me show you what I came across. So this feature is about AI, and maybe I was expecting it to come out sooner, but it's here now, and I'm both glad and terrified at the same time. In a world where AI is all the craze, you've got chatgpt, you've got Bard, you've got Midjourney, Satya from Microsoft just announced Azure, what's it called? Azure Quantum, that uses AI in fields like chemistry and material science. And you've even got my dad, who's definitely not tech savvy, calling me up and saying, "Hey, have you seen the latest news on AI?" And I'm like, "Dad, do you even know what that means?" And he's like, "I maybe think so." He's a cool dad. Happy Father's Day, Dad. Anyway, so my wife sends me this text, and it's a link about the Chick-fil-A in Bellevue being temporary closed, maybe due to some type of remodeling, I believe. And I was about to respond to it, and I saw a new icon. And I was like, I've never seen that before. So the curious Arlington in me says, tap that icon. But the cautious Arlington in me says, bro, you don't know what that does. What if you tap that icon and all your phone's information gets sent to hackers in Albania that are going to use that to target your contacts and make them sleeper agents that sell crochet blankets and other stuff on eBay? So I tapped that icon. Sadly, my information was not sent to Albania, but I saw a disclaimer that said that this was an experimental AI texting feature that goes over your past 20 texts and crafts a response for you. So I accepted whatever agreement I needed to accept, and boom, I got access to this new feature. 3 options were generated for me, and they were not bad responses at all. So I selected one, and I sent it off to my wife. She was none the wiser that I wasn't the one that sent the response, but it was Google, probably the same back end or engine that runs Bard. But now I was curious as to what type of text suggestions I can get from the text I receive. So I went ahead and I told my wife what was happening, and I asked her to send me a series of texts so that I can test this new feature. So I wanted to test, I think, 6 things. The first thing I wanted to test was something outlandish. So just send a text of some crazy thing and see what reply it sends me back, or what suggestions that it has for me. The second thing is something location related. So does the AI know where I am? The third thing I wanted to test was, can it have access, or does it have access to functionality on my phone? So can it set a timer? Can it set an alarm? The fourth thing, since I'm a big fan of riddles, I wanted to see if the AI can solve a riddle. I think it can, but just wanted to see. So if someone sends me a text of a riddle, I guess I can cheat. The fifth thing I wanted to know, is it biased towards Google? I know Google creates this, so I just wanted to see if there's any bias there. And lastly, I want to know, does it adhere to bro code? Are you a bro? Are you a bro? I wanted to know if it adheres to bro code so it can help me send replies and responses that don't get me into trouble, especially with the wife. So let's test this out. This is the first text that my wife sent me. It mentions YouTube sensation Uncle Roger getting out of prison and us sending him a gift. But the AI wasn't able to figure out that the context that it was that Uncle Roger. It probably thought that it was my Uncle Roger. I don't have an Uncle Roger. But I understand that prompting is a science with any text-based AI. So it provided me with the best generic text suggestion that it could. Cool. Secondly, I asked about the closest grocery store, and to my surprise, it knew exactly what the closest grocery store to me was. Interesting. Anyway, let's move on to the third test. I wanted to see if it could set a timer for me. Sadly, it couldn't. I understand that it shouldn't be able to directly set up a timer or an alarm for you, but there should be some type of workflow or secondary step that if I respond, yes, I do want this timer, then the option for set the timer exists or is made available. Google makes both the AI and the Android operating system, so this should be possible. So Google, if you can do that, Arlington would be very appreciative. The fourth test was about solving a riddle, and as you can see, it did it with no issues at all. And this is what I was expecting, so yeah, that was good. The fifth test, however, I was genuinely surprised by this because if I were a betting man, I would have thought that the AI would favor Bard or Google instead of ChatGPT, but it actually gave ChatGPT its flowers. It said, hey, that ChatGPT is the superior product. And interesting, and I was definitely surprised. Lastly, bro code. Would it help a brother out? Now, I'm not advocating for lying, but it helped a brother out. 5 stars from all the bros. Now, my wife will never know who's responding to her text. Anyway, that's the Arlington Musing for today. And before we go, a word from our sponsors. We don't have any sponsors. This is a small YouTube channel. But if you'd like to support me, please like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon for notifications when I upload a new video. Thank you in advance for subscribing.